Emmerson Mnangagwa has spoken again. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of knives being sharpened in the background. Fresh from a Politburo meeting, the ZANU-PF leader took to the podium today to deliver one of his classic cryptic sermons where threats are vague, enemies are unnamed, but everyone knows exactly who he's talking about. This time, the wolves in sheep's clothing haunting his nightmares appear to be none other than Blessed Geza and his growing faction within ZANU-PF. But of course, Mnangagwa would never say that directly. No, he prefers the Shakespearean approach, dramatic, ominous, and full of poetic threats that could mean anything or everything. So who exactly is he warning? And more importantly, should they be worried? Stick around. This one gets interesting. Mnangagwa's speech was a masterclass in paranoid leadership, full of flowery language about loyalty day and night, commitment without a question, and my personal favorite, a stern warning against those who dare to be ZANU-PF members only when it is convenient. Because in his word, there is no such a thing as taking a break from loyalty. You don't get to be ZANU-PF on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays while keeping your options open on the weekend. No. According to the old man, you must be loyal whether you are awake, asleep, eating sadza, or running for your life from the very party you once served. It's a full-time job with no sick leave, no pension, and no resignation letter, only a misfortune in the form of a car accident or a sudden corruption charge if you step out of line. So tell us, comrades, are you ready to pledge your eternal allegiance, or do you enjoy the thrill of living dangerously? Let's listen to what Mnangagwa said.
ZANU-PF and promote its constitution, its ideals and values. All structures must therefore remain steadfast, united and vigilant in safeguarding our party. Unfortunate and misplaced narratives that seek to distort facts as well as stir up division and discord should not be given a footing in our body politic. True cadres of the party are clear on the correct line of our revolution, our party history, our values and our traditions. Do not be clouded or misled by wolves in sheep's clothing, abusing our rich liberation heritage for their own divisive ends. Loyal members of ZANU-PF by day and ZANU-PF by night, not merely when it is convenient, but we must remain loyal day or night, sleeping or awake, and not when it is convenient or expedient to do so. At no time should we, as the party leadership, question you about your sense of commitment, your sense of duty and loyalty. Zwibvunze pachako pauli papo tokamirase.
Now you heard that from the horse's mouth. But let's talk about the real elephant in the room. Why now? Why this sudden concern about wolves in sheep's clothing and rogue elements? Could it be that Mnangagwa's grip on the party isn't as firm as you would like us to believe? Could it be that blessed Geza and his faction are shaking the foundations of the party? The party that has spent decades pretending to be one big happy family while quietly stabbing each other in the back. If history has taught us anything, is that when ZANU-PF starts attacking its own, something big is coming. Maybe it's another page. Maybe it's a succession battle brewing behind closed doors. Or maybe, just maybe, even ZANU-PF's own members are starting to get tired of the circus. And if that's the case, well, pass the popcorn. This is about to get good. Of course, Mnangagwa wants you to believe that everything is fine. Stay united, he says. Remain vigilant, he insists. But let's be honest, when a leader starts telling his people to remain vigilant, it's never a good sign. That's the kind of thing you say when you know the walls are closing in, and when the hyenas are circling, and when the throne you fought for so hard to grab is starting to wobble beneath you. And trust me, nothing wobbles like a ZANU-PF's throne. 1 minute you are the king of the jungle, the next you are watching your former comrades sing revolutionary songs at your trial while pretending they never knew you. It's a brutal game. And right now, it looks like Mnangagwa is trying to remind his people who is still in charge. But does anyone believe him? Did anyone believe Robert Mugabe? And then there is the classic trick of invoking the liberation struggle, as if that will scare people back into line. Don't abuse our rich liberation heritage. You heard him saying, right? Because you see, in ZANU-PF logic, only a select few are allowed to milk the revolution for personal gain. Everyone else must sit down and clap hands and pretend they are not watching the same group of chefs loot the country dry. It's as if this revolution was obtained by fighting the people. It's as if this revolution was a war against the people. No. The people were not your enemies. The people were part and parcel of the revolution. And this revolution actually belongs to the people and not to ZANU-PF. It's a beautiful system, really. Still in the name of the revolution, silence critics by calling them sellouts, and when all else fails, throw in a cryptic warning about unnamed elements causing division. But here's the problem. When the masses are already hungry, the hospitals are crumbling, and the roads look like they have been bombed in a war that never happened, it's kind of hard to sell the idea that the real enemy is some guy inside ZANU-PF who is not clapping loud enough. The people are watching, and they are not buying the script anymore. So what's next? Does Mnangagwa crack the whip and send a few comrades into early retirement, whether they like it or not? Does blessed Geza fight back and expose the skeletons hidden deep in ZANU-PF's closet? Or do we get another few months of political theater, complete with more speeches about unity, more threats disguised as advice, and ZANU-PF leaders pretending they don't know who is about to be thrown under the bus next? Whatever happens, one thing is certain. The cracks in ZANU-PF are getting bigger, and when this house of cards finally collapses, it's going to be spectacular. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to Zimwaves TV, because when ZANU-PF turns on itself, you don't just watch, you take notes. I'm going to leave you listening to this song, a tribute to Dara Blessed Mhlanga, because of the incarceration that he's enduring.
kutidara emasaisai amana mosa nikaido ino yaenda kumawere iri kutongwa nenhubu dzine utsinye nunira mutsi bedonuro mwakupiko zvigananda ndizvo zvigeretatata vatori vena kutidara emasaisai amana mosa nyika ino yaenda kumawere iri kutongwa nenhubu dzine utsinye nundira mutsi bedunuro mwakupiko zvigananda ndizvo zvigeretatata